What's going on out there? I am your host, Talking Face, and this could be news brought to you by Royal Family Studios. It's been a weird couple of weeks. A lot of things going on in the news. One thing that caught my eye was what happened a couple of weeks ago where a mayoral candidate from South Carolina faked her own kidnapping. She was running for mayor in Sumter, South Carolina. Her name is Sabrina Belcher. She's 29 years old. She's of the Democratic Party, and she faked her own kidnapping. She had it planned out to the T, and she faked it over Facebook Live.
I'm sorry. Please, I got kids. I got kids. Stop this motherfucker right here, right now, bitch. Stop. Tell you about fucking with my motherfucking people, bitch. The fuck you want?
Yeah, people are stupid. And speaking of stupid people, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House, one of the most powerful politicians, and is the most powerful female politician today. And she's a hypocrite. She calls you terrible and a science denier if you do not wear a mask.
When the President of the United States says he doesn't want to wear a mask and understands the bad example, well, I don't know if he understands anything, but somebody must over there understand the bad example that is to the country, and that we are at a place now we don't have to be. This is a president who doesn't want to wear a mask, who again called the virus a hoax. Called the virus a hoax. It's going to go away magically. It's going to be a miracle that's going to make it go away. I'm a devout Catholic. I believe in miracles, and I pray for them. But I think that science is an answer to our prayers, too. And science says, wear a mask, test, trace, treat, keep your distance. The president doesn't support any of that. He has events.
Funny that she felt this way. But this week in the news, she was seen going into a beauty salon without a mask on. Now, when confronted about this, she said that she was set up. And pretty much that the owner tricked her into doing that. It was just a setup.
This salon owes me an apology for setting up. It was clearly a setup. I take responsibility for falling for a setup by a neighborhood salon that I've gone to for years.
Democrats, always with the fake news and conspiracy theories. Nancy Pelosi is worth $30 million. Why couldn't she just have someone come to her house to get her hair washed and trimmed and blow dried or whatever she did? Seriously, she has money to do that. But what does the actual beauty salon owner feel about Nancy Pelosi and what she said and what really happened?
Thank you so much for having me.
Nancy Pelosi claims on camera that you orchestrated a, quote, setup to entrap her into getting her hair blown out without a mask. Did you?
No, absolutely not.
How would you have done that? I mean, can you prove that this wasn't a diabolical setup designed to bring down the Speaker of the House by blow-drying her hair?
She had called the stylist or her assistant did and made the appointment. So
Yes.
the appointment was already booked. So there's no way I could have set that up. And I've had a camera system in there for 5 years. I mean, I didn't go in there and turn cameras on as soon as she walked in to set her up.
I will leave a link to the full video on Tucker Carlson's show in the description box. What is up with these Democratic politicians like Nancy Pelosi and Lori Lightfoot who insist on getting their hair done during the middle of a pandemic?
circumstances. I am practicing social distancing. The woman who cut my hair had a mask, had gloves on. So I'm practicing what I'm preaching and making sure. I don't typically take pictures these days, but we are trying to do everything we can to emphasize the messages around social distancing, washing your hands, staying at home. But I, as an elected official in the public face of the city, need to make sure that I am out there and visible through this crisis.
Just because earlier this week the CDC released information saying that only 6% of these deaths considered COVID deaths are 100% due to COVID. And just because the death rate is 0.3%, that doesn't mean anything. It's a pandemic. It's serious. Yeah, whatever. Maybe they just understand that it's not even that serious, and they just want to go back to normal life. So if these politicians can go back to their normal life, why can't the regular, everyday American people? Is COVID really that serious? Oh yeah, and the California lawmakers decided to pass a law about child molesters and sex offenders. So there's that. Just go look at Bill's SB 145. That's all I got for you today. I'm your host, Talking Face, and this could be news. Remember, stay safe, stay prayed up, do your research. Peace.